And boom, we are rolling, folks. Another edition Beyond Average. Let's get right to it, folks. We are back in bed with the Minifans. Let's start here. Welcome. We are on officially the Kirk Minahan Network. This is the Kirk Minahan YouTube network. This is the first time we've ever done this. It could be quick, to be totally honest. Let's just go start here. This could be very quick, short-lived.
I was going to say, what is your level of optimism with it, considering what happened?
None. Zero. Absolutely.
So you don't think it's going to work at all?
No.
Do you think this even gets aired?
Well, listen, yes, this is going to get aired because shout out Cullinane, first of all, and shout out Kirk. He's allowing us to do this, so let's start there. Shout out Kirk Minahan. He's allowing us to. He probably doesn't even remember this.
Do you think he knows about this?
Probably not.
It's probably about Cullinane, right?
Well, listen, when Al asked him, he probably said yes and was like thinking about something completely different. He probably has no idea. He's not going to listen to this. Yeah, so no. But shout out him. This is his channel. It's his name. He's allowing us to do this. He's giving us some traction, some I guess, a chance to get some more eyeballs on our show. So very nice of them. Shout out Cullinane too. Anyways, it ended very bad last time. If you remember, we had it was good for a minute. If you remember, you want me to play the sound? We got, dude, here's the Saco. So we were supposed to start. We were supposed to be the Saco show, man. Come on.
All right. I think these guys are fucking annoying. I hate them. Their podcast sucks, clearly. But you know what, Dave?
He said yes yesterday.
I say yes today.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, that's good.
Dude, when that happened, first of all, before we go any further, that is one of the more exciting moments of my life. And that's pathetic on I understand that. No, it is. It's definitely pathetic. But we remember riding home, we were like, dude, we're doing a live show with Kirk Minahan. It was crazy.
Honest to God, I didn't view it as pathetic at all till right now.
Yeah.
It didn't even hit me till right now. Yeah,
great. Very good.
Yeah, I was like, no, that was good. And now I'm just, I guess you're right.
But obviously, that whole thing blew up in our face. And you know what? I think this is an opportunity to wipe the slate clean with the Minifans and with Kirk and with the whole K-Mark, all that crap. We are wiping the slate clean, and because this is why. We are all in this together. This was my whole point from the beginning. A lot of the Minifans, or some of the ones that were vocal on Twitter, were saying, oh, these guys are just trying to use KMS to exploit their show, and they just basically want to use the eyeball. No, we've been Minifans for longer than a lot of these people. I was gonna say, yeah. Remember, Visionless Dave was like, yeah, I came on when he got to Barstool.
3 years, maybe.
Dude, I was listening to this guy when we, even middle school. I mean, give me a goddamn break. So I mean, I just that was
there
the
when
thing.
You got John Dennis fired.
Yeah, exactly. I just that was the thing I took the most offense with, I guess. But
I would say even though since then, I feel like there's been a lot of relationships built within that world since then.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah, we're buddies with Visionless Dave. He's been a big contributor to Beyond Average.
David is a good guy.
Yeah, David's a pretty good guy. And we'll play some of his sound in a minute because I got a couple of issues of some of the things that he said. If you heard it already, it was something else. Yeah. But no, I think this is a good opportunity for us to kind of wipe the slate clean and just contribute to whatever this network has. I don't know how many shows they're going to do. I know most of the shows on here are kind of based off the Kirk Minahan show, right? Like they do the wrap-up shows and they kind of talk about most of the topics I've heard from just listening the last couple of weeks have been, what's going on in the Kirk Minahan world.
Well, as you said from the clip that you showed me earlier, Dave thinks we should just do KMS. So.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ, VD. I mean, yeah, seriously. But no, I don't think that's necessarily our game. I don't think we would be great at that. I just giving a watered down version of the Kirk Minahan show. Hey, Kirk said this, and I agree. I don't want to do that for
the Howard Stern wrap up show. It's
I think it's good to have, but I just don't think we would be great at it. We'll talk about the Kirk Minahan show. Even if we have to do it every episode, we'll do it every episode. But I don't think it just has to be that. We're going to do our show.
I don't think we should just have a full show on it.
I don't think so. I don't think anybody wants to hear us talk about that for 35, 45 minutes.
A small group of people, maybe, but it'd be very select at that point.
Yeah, I guess
you know
so.
What I mean, then you're just having a select target audience.
Yeah, true. But like I say, I don't hate the wrap up show. I just don't it's on our game, right? It's on our speed.
Well, I mean, I feel like we hit on things that we like about it, or that we are interested in, and that are battling with on Twitter. You know what I mean? Right. Stuff that we're interacting with, I guess is the best way to put it.
Like when he was fighting with Barstool, we'll talk about that. When he was talking about the case, whatever it was. But
I don't think we need to do a daily fucking, what did Kirk do exactly this week? I don't know.
At least not episode by episode like these guys do. I mean, some of these guys do it. It's ridiculous, but I don't know.
Shout out to them, I guess.
Yeah, I have no issue. I love the Minifans, even the ones that shit on us, even Menners. Remember Mr. Menners? Remember I talked about this guy, the Australian guy, the kangaroo? Yeah. This guy? So this guy, I mean...
He doesn't look Australian. I'm just going to throw that out there.
You don't think so?
When you think of Australian, does that the picture come up?
I guess I'm very stereotypical. I think of like a tour guide from like the Outback. Like, I have no you're
not
right.
him.
No, definitely not him.
You know what I mean?
You actually are right there.
Like
you might be right.
I don't maybe.
But Menners, apparently Menners has had a change of heart because beforehand, if you remember, Menners called, at least myself, he called me a talentless fuck on Twitter. He said, "Rest in peace at mmarks2231, you talentless fuck." Now listen, everybody gets emotional. I don't know why Menners hated. I have no idea. I didn't say anything about him. I didn't even know who he was. But that being said, I'm willing to wipe the slate clean. I'm okay. Even with VD. VD and I had the most beef in the world.
I would say that you had the most animosity towards VD.
Yeah, most likely, right? Yeah, well, he got us kicked off the Saco. I don't care if this guy hates me or thinks I'm talentless, but I am talentless.
I feel like you need to state, not only did he get us kicked off Saco, but he got Saco canceled, basically.
He got the live show canceled, or the podcast marathon, canceled. He didn't get the live, because the Kirk Minahan show
obviously.
Yeah, for the fans. He blew it up for the fans. That's what we're all about. We're for Minifans. Come on.
We were hype.
Yeah. But no, I'm looking forward to this. I really am. It's a good opportunity. It's something that we've obviously are excited. We've been fans of Kirk forever, and
should be a good 2 weeks.
That's what I'm saying. I can't even really get excited about it because it's gonna blow right up in our fucking face. It really is. It absolutely is. But no, I'm trying to think what else.
What is he gonna hate? I guess this is what it's gonna be. What is he gonna hate? Where he just goes like he's gonna see. It's gonna take one thing.
My voice.
Yeah, I mean, it's simple.
Yeah.
Something simple. You know what's funny? I wonder if people are like, oh, I wonder if he's like that authentic, like off the air. He's as authentic as it gets.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he didn't even look at us. Like, we were soulless.
No.
It was incredible.
You would think, too.
I had so much more respect for it after. I was like, oh, he's true to the... It's not a bit.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
He's true to it.
You would think, like, even the people who are like, that degrade the producers and stuff, right when the red lights hits, it's, you'd think it's kind of a laugh. I don't even think, I think he's like, yep, get out of there.
Dude, he didn't, when he ended, it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. He ended the show and didn't look at a soul.
Yeah.
See ya. Bye.
Yeah.
None of the people that came in, like, but there was like a room of us, didn't even look at any of us, not any of the producers. See ya. Bye. Walked out.
Yeah, I remember
Incredible.
I remember asking
A+.
as he was wrapping up the show. He's like, "Is there still people in there?" And I thought that was going to be
Me
like
too,
a,
yeah.
and he was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "What the hell are they still doing there? Like, what?" Are you Give me a break.
But he's true to it.
For sure is. One of the questions that are, I guess, one of the topics me and you were talking about Kirk Minahan himself. Why do you think he still does this show? Because obviously it sounds like he's pretty well off. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like he's got money. Obviously he gets paid a hefty salary. That's probably the main reason why he still does it. But I imagine
is his salary or anything like out there from Barstool? Has that been reported contract-wise? No,
I don't think it's like open. No, but I would imagine it's.
Does he make more than he made at EI?
I bet it's a 7-figure deal. I would imagine. Right? Yeah, for sure. Figure. So at least I don't know. Maybe it could be more. I have no idea. But I guess my question is, why do you think he still does it? Because obviously he struggles.
8 figures? Hold on. You think it might be 8 figures? Is that what you're alluding to that?
I have no idea.
That'd be nuts.
Maybe it is.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I guess like because he seems like he's got a lot of money. It seems like the show stresses him out based off some of the things he talked about. I know he deals with a lot of mental health issues and stuff like that. Why do you think he still does the show?
I don't know. I bet you it's similar to like a stand-up comedian when like it's therapeutic.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like to be able to just go in, vent, do whatever you want, full control, has an audience that likes it, enjoys it. He's making content, making other people happy. Like I bet you there's some like as miserable as it is for him at times, I'm sure it's also quite therapeutic.
So you think when he says that he doesn't give a fuck about the fans, like that they like the show and
true.
stuff?
I think from an egotistical point he enjoys it. You know what I mean? Like there's some gratification that he's built a fan base like that. Yeah, but I don't think he like cares about like an individual fan. No.
Yeah, I don't think he cares about the individual fan. Certainly not. But I do think he cares about the fan base. But he doesn't care about growing it anymore. He really doesn't.
I think he knows that he's got like a fucking nutty army, so he doesn't need to fucking. You know what I mean?
I think that
anymore it might be chaotic, like a problem.
I think so too. I think. Well, no, it wouldn't be chaotic. It just.
Mick, he could take out people at that point.
I just think like you always he's not big on video. He's not big on YouTube. He doesn't care about like promoting his shit because he doesn't care. Like, you know what I mean? So my point is
authentic.
He's very authentic. So that's where I'm getting at. Like why does he still do the show? Just because he, you know what I mean? Like you're saying he finds gratitude out of, or he finds gratification out of, people liking his show.
Well, no, I mean being successful.
Like he's already successful.
Yeah, but like I don't know. There's got to be like he's not somebody that was just like given a job in radio. Like he like kind of clawed his way through it like worked his way right up, became the best in the biz when it came to the sports radio in Boston, and then went on and went to EI, became super successful. So I imagine there's a bunch of gratification in just like I've made it, you know what I mean? Like I'm a human that's become very successful in this world. Like I'm sure there's a part of him that likes to show up to work because of that every day.
Yeah, but then let me counter that by saying when you got people like Murchison tweeting out pictures or people tweeting out pictures of his kids or people doing this and that, like isn't that kind of like I'm just good with this shit? Like I feel like a normal, maybe not normal, but I feel like me as a person, if I had enough money to just walk away, I'd be like I'm good. But maybe that's what makes him him. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why he's the best ever, or one of the best ever, whatever.
He's a psycho.
Essentially, right? Essentially. You mentioned VD. Before we even get to VD,
David.
Before we get to David, we got to shout out our boy, very good show, Craig. Shout out Craig Atone. I had a big problem with him for, I don't even know, it was probably half a minute, a few weeks back, a few months back. I don't even know. We were beefing with them for no reason. I don't even know. But he was able to quit his job. At least from what I've heard through the grapevine on some of the other shows, he was able to quit his job and go full-time into podcasting. I know he's working for Jerry Callahan right now, and he's doing some other adventure as well. That's very cool. Very cool for a guy to quit his regular job and go into podcasting. I have no idea if it's making a great living or anything, but shout out him, man. That's awesome.
I mean, if you can do it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What did he call you? What did he say about you?
No, he didn't say nothing bad. I don't think Craig said anything too bad. I think
nothing?
No, I don't remember him saying nothing too bad. Nothing that I can remember. Nothing that sticks with me. So yeah, but we're wiping the slate. We're good. The slate is clean. Right. We're good. I'm not holding a grudge, except for with VD. No, let's play his fucking sound. This is what VD had to say. So he gave his thoughts on. He's got his show on the network here. This is him announcing Beyond Average, coming on to the network and giving his thoughts on what we think, what he should do. And I guess he loves Al basically. I mean, they have like a bromance. It's getting ridiculous. They love each other.
I think I take the biggest stray in all of this. But continue. I'll tell you why after.
Okay, all right, let's play it.
That the Beyond Average boys are coming to the Kirk Minahan network. Now, I only listen to the show for the parts they talk about KMS
Bullshit.
stuff.
That's a lie. That is like 1,000% a lie. Yep. Like not even, that's a lie. That's a lie.
It's a lie.
Yeah.
It's a lie.
I don't really give a shit about their other takes. Every now and then I'll tap in for a segment or an interview. But
Sure.
I think their show on the Kirk Minahan network should be separate from the regular show. I think they should go full KMS centered, take calls. I mean, Mick's a pretty good producer.
Pretty good.
No.
Pretty good.
I mean, I think you take that as like a
shot.
No,
Yes.
I don't. I think coming from him, I think that's a pretty, like, I think it hurt him to even give you any kind of, like, that you can hear it in his voice. Can you replay it a little?
Well,
like, you can hear it in his voice, like I don't want to do it, but he is. Like, he didn't want to say it. He didn't want to say that, and he did.
This is my problem. The same show, I listened to his show. The same show, he congratulated somebody on their commitment for 2 years and how hard they've been working.
I'm telling you, he doesn't want. It's
I mean, this show's 2 years old. I mean, you know what I mean. We've been dragged through the mud. I mean, Jesus Christ. Let's get here. You go.
It hurt him to say
Good on
that.
air. I like Christian. I would add Al, the guy who called into the main show. I would add him as a permanent third mic. Just the greatest
Can we
guy.
pause?
I mean, he's not even.
I don't know what you heard there. I don't know what you heard. This is what I heard.
Okay.
Christian's useless. Probably get him off the mic and get Al in place of him.
That's what you heard?
Yeah, that's all I heard.
That's what you just heard?
I like Christian. Back immediately skip over to that. Yeah, let's get to Al. Yeah, that was basically him saying, get him off the air. Let's get Al in place of that.
He loves Al. Yeah. I don't think you should take offense to that. He loves himself some Al. It's weird.
I think that was a stray.
It may. You think so?
Yeah.
You think VD's critiquing your game?
Not even on purpose.
Wow.
I think he was basically just nonchalantly letting me know his subconscious thinks that we need to move on and move to Al.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck asked him. You know what I mean? I don't remember who asked his opinion on any of this. He doesn't listen to the show, but apparently he's got all this opinion on what we should do about the show. Look at this fucking guy.
Yeah.
Let's finish. Hold on.
Even on the podcast, he's just brothers with Mick, and he calls in all the time.
No, he doesn't.
Defending their honor, advancing the brand.
No, he
The
doesn't.
guy is incredible.
No, he's not. There's nothing incredible. No, he's not.
He goes, the guy is incredible.
This fucking. Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
I mean, Al's been pretty supportive. I mean, come on.
What are you talking about? Al, who just laughed in my face about the idea I gave him about the miniseries, he goes, "Dude, you're an idiot. Like, you're stupid." Like, he was laughing at me. Like, what are you guys talking about?
At least he's interactive. I guess is a more appropriate word than supportive. He's interactive.
There you go. Yeah. He's interactive. Yeah, I'll give
He's
you
interactive.
That. He's interactive. Yeah. He is. He's definitely interactive. But no, that's good. I'm happy that we're on the network. I don't know how long it's going to be, but shout out the Minifans. We're back. We are back. What else do you want to hop into today? We got a loaded show today, to be honest with you. We got quite a few subjects. We got the Rees of the Week. You want to get into that? You want to do the Rees of the Week?
Before we get into the Rees of the Week, can can we do a small segue, maybe a small shout out to Hank?
Please.
Not our Hank.
Please.
But big fella Hank on the loose
Tell the audience.
If whoever needs to know, there's a big black bear named Hank right now in California who is just on a food rampage. Can't be stopped.
Destroying towns.
Just literally just going through things wherever he wants, wherever he sees food. Hasn't hurt anybody from what I understand. Just they are fearful because he doesn't fear humans whatsoever and is just like barreling his way through whatever he wants.
I thought you were saving him for Reason of the Week. That's not your Reason of the Week. You just want to give him a quick shout out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I figured. Have we even discussed Read of the Week yet?
No, but I mean, we could, keep going. No, if you want to keep talking about Hank, if you want, I love this. I love this story.
Yeah, no, I mean, I thought it was I've been told that people have tried to stop him with paintball guns and all sorts of different things, and he just acts like it's not even there and just continues.
You said paintball guns?
Yeah. I mean, first of all, you got to be... Well, I know black bears generally aren't that big, but he's huge. He's 500 pounds. He's a big black bear.
That's what I'm laughing at. People think a paintball gun's going to hurt that thing?
I mean, I would think it would, like, if... I think it would shoot it away. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
I would think, like, I mean, I don't know.
Or
like
run at you.
An animal, I had just... Yeah, one of the two.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's tough. Would you shoot it with a paintball gun? That's a good
I would
question,
get the fuck out of this way. I wouldn't be trying to defend my garage with a paintball gun against a 500-pound black bear. I'm just getting out of there.
You could become the next... What's that? What's the guy's name that does the deer? Kev?
I don't know.
You know, the deer guy. The guy on Instagram. He's friends with all the deer.
Oh, yeah. Brother Nature.
Brother Nature.
Yeah.
You could become like Brother Nature.
One with them. One with the black bear.
One with the black bears.
Could be. Reason of the Week. What Reason of the Week is, and a lot of people, I've got critique for this. I've told a lot of people about this already, just, listeners and
maybe we should just leave it out there. Maybe we don't even tell what it stands for.
No, I think we should. I think it's fine. Reason of the Week. Everybody thought, like, I said it's, we're talking about something stupid, and they go, oh, so like
Read of the Week.
Like the play on that word, the R word.
The what?
Right?
Oh,
really? That's what a lot of people said to me. And I said, no. It's an acronym, folks.
Yeah.
Really entertaining stories.
Yeah.
Rees.
Yeah.
Rees of the Week.
It's the Rees of the Week.
Rees of the Week.
Really entertaining story.
Yes. There's nothing. There's no play on the R word whatsoever. I would not make a joke about that.
No.
Wouldn't.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your Rees of the Week? Or who? Do you have a what? Or is it who? Tell us about. What's the Rees of the Week?
I would say, I don't know if you, I wish there was like a way we could, I wish we were like Joe Rogan and we could be like, hey, look at this fucking thing. Mm-hmm. But for the people that haven't, you got to look this video up. There was a fella who was defending a lady friend. There was like 3 fellas trying to harass her, like in the street. Looked like, I don't know what city it was in, to be honest. Looked like New York.
Yeah.
And he basically tells him, yo, it's time for you guys to move on. He's a big fella. The guy that's telling him, yo, time for you guys.
Everybody in the video is a big fella.
I would say that everybody in the video, they're like 4 big dudes that are involved in this video. Yeah. And I don't even mean like fat. I just mean like, I'm
above 6 feet. They look like right around it. Not small.
Yeah, they're all pretty hefty fellas. And one of them, after like he's trying to shoo them off, decides to come over the top with like a belt, it seems, in the video.
Yeah, he took his belt off and he starts whipping the guy from like 3 feet away, trying to get like his face with the belt.
So, dude, I mean, literally cleans this guy out so hard that he's unconscious immediately. First one on the street right there, and it leaves his 2 buddies there to be like, all right, what do I do? Do I jump in or what do I see? So white shirt just kind of chills back and is like, I'm unsure. Yeah. His buddy, to his defense, I mean, if you see your buddy get clean clock knocked out like that and there's 3 of you and like, I mean, I guess you're brave enough to try to go in there. Shout out to you to try to defend your friend's honor. I guess. He gets pinned up like against a car and eats like 7 or 8 punches, and then he ends up on the floor. Yeah. He ends up trying to go away, and then the guy in the white sweatshirt just kind of like backs off as the guy like tries to kind of go at him.
No. He's not just going at him. He's going at him in a fucking Muay Thai stance. At this point, this guy has had enough, dude. He's bobbing his head. He's weaving. He's literally sitting there like, you want some? He's calling people out. He takes his shirt off. Yeah. He takes his fucking sweatshirt off. He's like, now I'm fucking going. It's unbelievable.
And the best part is as he like walks past the 2 guys that are on the ground to try to get like the last guy, the last guy is kind of like keeping his distance. So he like turns around and then he walks up to the guy that is like been fully unconscious the whole time. He's up kind of like sitting up and he has no idea where he is. And he goes up to him and kind of gives him a hand like he's going to like pick him up. And the guy like goes and kind of like accepts it. And he just clean clocks him again and he goes to the ground.
When I saw that,
the poor guy tries to get, after it like de-escalates, he finally tries to get up and just immediately eats face into the pavement face first.
When I saw the guy put his hand out, I actually thought he was going to help him out. And I was very confused. I'm like, dude, they just try to jump you. There's 3 people trying to jump you. You're going to help him up. Yeah. And then what's even more baffling. The dude puts his hand out to think he's going to help him. Dude, he goes to help him. He grabs his chin and punches him in the face instead. I was literally one of the most incredible videos. That guy needs a UFC contract today.
I agree.
And sure, just because you can beat up 3 idiots doesn't mean it. It's how composed he was. He didn't flinch. He didn't blink. He didn't there was no happy feet around. He was just hitting people with rights and not even thinking. It was unbelievable.
Most people in those situations, you get a little Jello leg, a little flight or fright exercise. That dude was in his zone. Yeah, he was in his element. That dude was like, "Hey, I'm basically just going for a light jog. This is a light jog for me."
I agree. I agree.
That was probably my really entertaining story of the week. It was pretty electric. I thought the guy. You know what's weird? Even though the whole time that I was sitting there voting, hoping this guy's gonna win or knock these guys out or whatever.
Right.
There's some part of the human aspect of your empathy when you just see somebody get knocked out unconscious that you're like, oh.
Well, it's kind of stunning.
You just feel bad. No matter what, you're like, oh.
Especially when they're knocked out before they hit the ground.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And then their head smack. Yeah, I don't like seeing the pavement smack.
The pavement smacks are worse. Especially when there's somebody unconscious on the ground and they give them a few more. It's oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Street videos hit way different than the UFC or boxing.
Yeah, and that was my point.
Somebody in the street get knocked out.
Remember we talked about the worst scenario to get into a fight last week? We were talking about that.
What were we saying?
And mine was the kids the frat kids on spring break that start the fights. Yeah. And I said only because you could get hit from a 360 angle. You can't see anything. You're sitting at the beach. It's not like you can pin up against a wall where you can kind of defend yourself and see what's coming. You could get blindsided. And same thing with the street fight.
What were we talking? Oh, the bowling alley fight.
The baby. The rapper, the baby. Yeah, you got into a bowling alley fight. Yeah. But no, that's good. That's a good read of the week. I'll give you that. That's
What's your read? You got a read?
I do. I certainly do. This is not this is a personal story, actually. This is a personal story. So this is one I've been meaning to tell on the podcast. It's a creepy coworker. I'm not going to name his name. I'm not going to tell you the company. It was a company. It was a car company, and I was listed as an inventory specialist. And then I also helped out some of the salespeople. My job was basically to find cars for the dealership and bring them in, and then help some of the salespeople with some of their shit too. Okay. So, and meanwhile, the whole time, everybody else looks at the job as a career and this is their future. I'm this is getting me until I can bartend this summer. This was all this. I knew it pretty much the whole time, or at least a month in. You know what I mean? But one of the sales managers took a liking to me for sure.
Extra interest.
Yeah, and in the beginning, he didn't really say nothing to me because again, I wasn't I wasn't a salesperson, so it would be kind of weird for him to be hey, come learn.
He's the boss of the sales people.
It sounded like it, yeah. From what I got out of the whole thing, yeah, he was one of them at least. I think there was 2 or 3 of them that worked different shifts or whatever. He was a different guy, and he's older. He was probably in his 60s, I would say, 50s, 60s, late 50s, early 60s, maybe even late 60s. I don't even know. This guy was. To describe him as the Trinity Killer from Dexter would be too accurate. He looks very similar to him. He looks very similar to Arthur.
Age-wise and everything. Yeah.
Age-wise, stature, and just his build, everything. But he moved pretty well for a guy that popped painkillers twice before lunch because he was that type of dude. Oh yeah, he was definitely that type of dude. But I was fine with it because I was good with brown nosing and I didn't care about it. I looked at it as some guy's gonna kind of like me and make my day easier.
Perfect,
right? Yeah, it was awesome. So then it gets a little creepy because he starts saying I want to be your professional mentor. I want to mentor you. I see a lot in you. I want to mentor you. I'm again, still I'm a little creeped out.
What does that mean in a sales?
But I'm not a salesperson. This is the part that's weird. I'm not a salesperson at this point. I have nothing. So it's kind of I think my actual boss was okay, so you're going to do both duties. Fine, the sales manager wants it. So it was a little weird. I thought the whole thing was weird. And so I'm brown nosing up. It's fine. I'm eating it up. I'm you know what? The guy likes me. One point or another, he's we got to get some. Yeah, again, after he's basically saying I'm your mentor from now on. He's we got to grab lunch. Mistake. Big mistake by I should have said no. I should have been whatever. I should have put it off. I didn't. For some reason, I'm yeah, fuck, of course, let's get lunch. For people that don't know, the Roadhouse Cafe in Hyannis.
Fireplace.
It's closed now. Yeah, because of COVID.
Right. COVID.
But it was a very expensive joint. It's a nice place.
Yeah, we used to go for a seaside.
Fancy place. Yeah, not fancy, but a nice place. Very nice place on Main Street in Hyannis. And so he tells me we're going there after work. We got out at 4, so it was an early dinner brunch, or early dinner fucking late lunch. Excuse me. So, hang on, I need a water. I'm dying.
There you go.
So, about 10 minutes into the lunch, after we both have waters, he's like, "You're not going to get a drink? You're not going to get a drink?" This is after he's mentioned he's a recovered alcoholic, been sober for X amount of years.
He hasn't been drinking while you're there.
No, we're both drinking waters. Yep. I think I knew that he was a recovered alcoholic before this, so I just kind of was like, just out of I don't know. I just don't want to be sitting there chugging beers while someone's drinking water. I thought that would be weird. Yeah. Maybe it's not. I just didn't do it. So he goes, "Wait, you're not going to get a beer? Or you're not going to get a drink?" And I'm like, maybe I will, but fuck it. And he's like, "You know what? I think I'm going to get a drink. I think this is a special occasion enough where I'm going to get a drink." And I'm sitting there like, holy shit. I'm like, are you... And like, I don't really say nothing, but I'm like, are you sure? Are you like, you know? I remember, dude, this dude had like less than half of his drink and was buckled. Completely buckled.
Hold on. Mm-hmm. You broke a guy's sobriety?
I didn't. He broke it himself. What did I do?
I'm mind blown.
You do? I didn't tell you this, did I?
No,
I never.
You didn't tell me this part.
I didn't tell. Yeah, because this was one that like I never told on the podcast. Cause I kind of felt bad about. I felt bad because, like you said, he's recovering. It was weird.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So
faker. No faker. Total faker.
No
way. You think
the only reason I say that is because I know people who would go out after work and he never went. Like people would go drink after work and shit. He was never that guy. So like I don't know. But he told me, he goes, "This is a special occasion. We're having a good time. Like you get a drink, I'll get a drink too." So this is my point. This was the type of guy, he wanted to be my buddy. Like I was the youngest in this office by 20 years. So like he wanted to be my buddy. I was
special occasion. You sitting here like, dude, where is that for lunch? What do you mean special occasion?
I'm at the Roadhouse Cafe. What do you mean? Of course, I've only been there for weddings and big parties. I'm like, why the fuck am I here?
Special occasion.
Yeah, let's go to the bar. Let's just go to like a random bar. Like what's happening?
How long did he say he was sober? By chance,
I think it was like 20 years, dude. I swear to God, I think it was like 20.
Wow.
It was long enough for me to be like, it wasn't like months. It was a long time. Like it was a long.
Did it make you feel uncomfortable as fuck?
What do you think? No, it was great. Everything was awesome. Let me continue. So he gets a little tipsy. And again, at this point, he's one of the boys. Like at this point, he's talking to me like he's you. Like he's that comfortable with me where he's like, he can ask me shit. Like it's so weird. And he's not my boss, but he's one of my bosses. Again, this isn't a Me Too story, so there's nothing crazy here. Nothing crazy happened, but he's one of my bosses, so I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going along with it, right?
Oh my God, this makes the story so much better.
Right?
So much better.
At one point, he says to me, like,
"Dude, you unhitched, you Frank the Tank the guy. You basically uncapped a fucking monster.
I mean, like, no.
You let a demon out of the bag, my friend. An alcoholic.
You think I let him on?
No. I just mean you watched an animal inject himself with like fucking steroids.
Dude,
like,
his eyes like rolled back.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. When you see like an alcoholic having booze for that, I mean, that's like a fucking...
And it was like...
Bye-bye.
It was like a...
Have you seen him since?
Tanqueray tonic.
Have you seen him since? Does anybody even know where he is?
Hold on. We're going to get there. And so, I'm very uncomfortable at this point. Because obviously. And like, I'm like, oh my God, imagine. I'm still kind of thinking like professionally too. Like, imagine if this comes up at the office.
Oh my God.
Mick was giving people drinks.
You won't believe this. Mick was so drunk, he hasn't had a beer in 20 years.
So, yeah, I'm like, check please.
He starts telling everybody that you boozed him up.
Essentially, right? I'm freaking out, dude. I'm like, I don't even know if I said this. I'm like 23. I'm like 22, 23 at this time. I was young at this time. And so he gets to the point where he's a little loose and he says to me, "You got a girlfriend," or something like that. Like he starts asking like about like girlfriends and sexual questions, or like, do you have sex? Are you sexually active? I think he said something like that. He said like, "Are you sexually active?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I have a girlfriend." At the time I did. I'm like, "Yeah, I have a girlfriend." Whatever. And then he says, somehow or another, like virginity came up, and he was like, like, "When did you lost your virginity?" In which I kind of laughed it off and didn't say nothing. This is where it gets weird. I promise you, this is the weirdest question about them all. I laughed it off thinking like this guy would be like, I'm a little uncomfortable and like, oh, I don't know, like I don't even remember. And then he's like, I remember, I took a bite of my chicken parm, and he's like, "So when did you get your first blowjob?" Like so, like I was like a police, like an interrogation. Like I like ran a red light. I was looked at him, I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, like when did you get do you remember who it was and what, like how old you were?" I was like, "Yeah, but I don't really want to talk about it." And like I just kind of like stopped for a second, and like we both kind of like, he's like, "Oh, I'm just kind of joking, I'm joking." I'm like, okay. I knew I was leaving this place not after this conversation before it, but it confirmed it after this conversation. And the restaurant I was going back to was opening soon, so I really knew it. I put in my 2 weeks, probably within like, I don't know, a couple weeks of this happening, right? As this happens, let me back up. The next couple days, I'm petrified to go to work. Like I'm like, oh my God, I have to talk to this guy. This could be terrible. Just because it's gonna be awkward. Not like anything bad's gonna happen. I just am avoiding being awkward. You know what I mean? I put my 2 weeks in, probably less than a month later, and this guy is on vacation at the time.
Thank God.
Thank God, right? I'm like, oh my God, thank God. And I had to go back in there for something too, and he still was.
What was it like the days after?
I mean, like he was just a guy that like you wouldn't.
Did he ever like come on to you like at that time, like during that?
No.
He never
That's
made
the thing.
A
Like,
pass?
I'm not. It was not some Harvey Weinstein situation. I just think,
okay. You keep telling yourself that.
I think this guy would have been down if I was down, but he didn't like force it. It just once that question, the blowjob question, and the fork drop, and I looked up and I'm like, dude, like what are we doing here?
If you answered, you know what his next thing was going to be?
Hey, take him off.
No, he's going to be like, you know, it's not gay. You know, it's not gay to get a blowjob. I'm telling you right now, that was the next thing coming out.
Yeah,
of that
or
guy's
give
head.
one. He's like, or give one.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
getting blown is getting blown.
Yeah, but.
Oh my God, so fucking creepy. Continue.
I put in my 2 weeks. This is the very end here. I'm wrapping this up. I put in my 2 weeks, and he's on vacation. I remember this like it was yesterday. I'm bartending because it was just early in the season where I went from like basically one job to another. I'm bartending. I get a call from the guy. I don't answer it, of course.
Never again.
Never again. Yeah. I think I actually blocked his number. It's fucked up.
After this?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I did keep the voicemail. This was from 2018, probably. We're going to play the voicemail. And you guys, you can tell me. You can tell me if this guy sounds creepy.
I haven't heard it yet.
Or if he's normal. Like, you know what I mean? I want to know if I'm in the wrong here, basically. Hang on. Let me find it. Let me find this thing. All right. This is, again, my boss calling me. After I already put in my 2 weeks to basically the other boss. This is his call. It's nice.
Hey, Mike. Richard calling. I don't know what's going on with this radio silence. I hope you're okay. I just wish you could call me and say goodbye to me, or something, or tell me you're okay or something, my friend. If you can, give me a call. You know, at least we'll say goodbye or something. All right, man. Bye.
How long did you know him? How long did you know him, Mick? What was your total time? Hold on, you know what? Not even how long do you... How long in interaction while you were there do you think you actually interacted with him? Like just minutes speaking before that lunch?
Not that long. Like the
minutes
lunch
probably,
was the
right?
most we've talked.
That's what I mean. That was probably the most extensive period of time we had a one-on-one.
He showed me a couple like things like about the software and stuff that we used, but like nothing crazy. It's not like, you know, I spent not like we were sitting next to each other every day and doing that. It was weird.
Dick wanted to fuck you.
For sure. For sure wanted to bang me.
Are you going to bleep those names or did we just did it or
no?
not?
No, I don't give a shit. No, we didn't name the company. It's just a guy named Richard. No one knows who that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Richard was a weird guy. Hey, that's the thing. He went by Dick. That's another thing. His nickname was Dick. Yeah, some people call him Dick. Some people call him Dick and some people call him Rich. Yeah. Yep. Richard wanted to fuck me. That's my read of the week. I wanted to share that one for a while on the podcast, but that voicemail, I remember I listened to it like probably 3 days later. And was like, that's one of the weirdest things I've ever heard. Deleted it, didn't think anything of it. This is long before a podcast. This is long before anything. Again, I'm 22 years old.
Deleted it? How'd you find it?
You can go into your iPhone and hit deleted messages. That was from 2018.
Wow.
Dude, it was crazy. I was like, holy fuck.
Awesome.
It was unbelievable. I was so glad I had it. Maybe it makes me a bad person for playing it because maybe he's just being a nice guy saying goodbye, but.
No, that's creepy.
I know.
Fuck, dude. He said like 6 times. I mean, I thought he was Canadian for a second. Hey, I don't know. You know, you didn't say bye.
I think that was his voice quivering a little bit.
Yeah.
Being nervous. Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah. Yep. That was a good one.
I think maybe he thought you were going to take him back to his glory days. Like you guys were going to start fucking ripping lines, fucking playing some AC/DC, fucking going at it.
No, you might be right. You absolutely
He just wanted to be one of the boys. He was like going through a hard divorce.
I think so. Yeah, I think something happened and it was like, again, the guy wasn't like mean to me.
No,
it just
he wanted to fuck you.
After that lunch,
pretend.
I was good on talking to this guy.
He wanted to fuck you.
Yeah, he wanted to bang me. Yeah, he wanted to fuck me.
That's a good re.
Yeah,
really entertaining
that's a good
story.
one, right? That was a good story, right? Yeah. What else we got today? We do have the Bap Line open. We are taking phone calls. It's right around 7:30, so we expect the people to start calling in any minute now. What do you want to get to next, though?
Well, you kind of just off the cusp. I mean, not on the board, but I kind of have a...
Hit me, please.
I was thinking of stories that you just said, and... Did I ever talk to you about how we had this weird program where we had to have like these people come work for us by chance? Seaside?
No.
I can't believe I kind of forgot this. This is a funny Beth. So like we go through this program. It's like an adult schooling. Dude, I don't even know. Basically, like my dad is super involved in like teaching plumbing class or gas classes and like the all that stuff. And so one of the guys that is also involved is super involved in the high school tech, and they had him basically. My bad.
Good.
Basically, they had. I forget what the fuck I was just saying.
You were telling a story about. Are you serious? You really don't remember?
Totally biffed stone.
You were telling the story about how you guys had to have people come and work for you at Seaside.
Oh yeah. So like my dad knows the people through the tech program, and this guy. Nice enough idea, right? And the whole idea was to basically get people that wanted to make a career change late in life and try to get into the trades.
Okay.
First off, that's tough because it's really hard on your body. You kind of wanted to put the years in so that way you can kind of be running stuff by the end.
Makes sense.
I mean, we're talking like close to 50.
Oh, God,
coming in, starting.
Jesus.
Yeah. So like first I'm already right off the bat, like what kind of candidates are coming in?
Yeah.
Like, who wants to even start this at 50? That's a brave soul.
And what type of people are these people? Like, are they like criminals? Are they like?
We don't know.
They're from like a career fair?
I know that they've passed a query check from what we've understood.
Okay.
It's through the tech, like high school.
Okay.
But it's like a after hours program, obviously.
Career fair. So they try to line people up with a job. Okay.
Yeah. So like the first guy that comes in, he's whatever. He basically does nothing the whole time, and at the end I'm like, all right, man, well, whatever. Kind of don't really remember him. Second guy. Mm-hmm. He comes in and he comes with two liters of Diet Mountain Dew.
Oh boy.
I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Oh boy.
2 liters of fucking
Diet Dew?
Diet Dewing.
Diet Dewing?
I mean, you're a savage if you come in with just a bunch of soda as in, but 2 liters.
Yeah.
And just ripping it.
Yeah.
And he shout out to Al. Al's an incredible. God.
All right, I got this one. Shout out, Al. You're telling the story about the Seaside guys that came to work for you. I will not forget this one.
We'll see.
The Bap Line's open. Here we go. Hello, this is the Beyond Average podcast. Who do we have the pleasure speaking with?
You got guy on the couch.
Oh, what's
Hey.
up? What's up, Case? What's going on?
Hey, what's up, boys?
How you doing? How are you?
Good. I got a little bone to pick with the listener side of the podcast.
Okay, please. We love in-show drama.
Well, I like what Al did for the podcast and all, but the whole friendship with Visionless Dave.
Ooh.
Where does that end?
Oh,
Where are we nipping that in the bud?
Case.
I don't want to see him at the wedding, man.
I think dude, Case.
It's on site, man.
It is on site, Case. This is the thing with VD. We like VD, but I think him and Al have formed such a relationship where it's became like, I think that they wouldn't even mind just separating from Beyond Average altogether. Like, that's what I'm nervous about. Like, Al taking our momentum and running with it with VD. That's what I'm most nervous about with this whole thing.
All right.
I think Case might be onto something, though.
He might be.
Yeah.
Case, you might be onto something. You seriously might be. VD, he could take my spot as the best man. Is he coming to Vegas with us on the bachelor party? You think that's happening?
Do we have an over-under if VD showing up? Is there an over-under yet set?
I think...
Mick, are we going to Vegas? Is that?
Case, we're going to Vegas. Case, we're going to Vegas. We are going to Vegas. Trust me on that, my
better
friend.
be going to Vegas.
We are going to Vegas.
Is Dave coming to Vegas?
Case, yeah, Visionless Dave, he might be coming. Will you come if he comes? Is that can we have you come? Is that you allowed?
I'll be there.
All right.
Be there.
All right.
So you're saying you'd be there if Dave came to Vegas?
I heard he's a betting man. I probably trust his bet. So I'm going to meet him out there.
All right, we'll talk to you soon, Case.
All right, thanks.
Oh, God, I love that. Case, actually, this is the thing with Case, is he might be our biggest supporter, but this is his first phone call because he's usually asleep. Yeah, he's usually dead asleep.
Guy on the couch is very accurate as his description.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what? He should be our couch correspondent.
No, that's not a bad idea. Yeah. That's not a bad idea. Or just furniture in general. Any kind of furniture. He's our guy. Yeah, he's our furniture correspondent.
He's our furniture
There you go, Case. That's a good title for you, man.
That's great.
You were saying the Seaside story.
Oh, yeah. So Buddy shows up with his 2 liters of fucking Mountain Dew, and we already know this is about to be a doozy.
Yeah.
So, like, he's already fucking useless, as you can imagine. He looks like a wreck. He looks like a fucking... Like if you were to take a can of beans and just make it into a person, he's just like a cylinder of a human.
Oh gosh,
and
that's like terrible. That's awful to say.
Well, like I just mean,
no,
like,
it's awful.
Like he has like no neck,
awful.
and he's just like one.
No, I get it.
Barrel, like he's not like fat. Like it's a weird shape. Like he's just like one shape.
Right.
I don't know how to explain him.
He's a freak.
He's like, you know what he's shaped? You know what they're shaped like? He was shaped like a chubby iPhone.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, like an iPhone 3G early.
Yeah. Like he's just like wide, weirdly shaped.
Okay.
So anyways, he's useless, as I'm saying. And like they're having conversation about something. He just like butts his way in and is like, this is a real state. I feel weird even saying it.
Oh, I'm excited
real.
now.
He says, yeah, my girlfriend's, my stepdaughter, I can't remember if it was his wife or if it was his stepdaughter or if it was just his girlfriend's daughter. Can't remember the exact wording of it, but he was like,
girlfriend's daughter.
He's like, my girlfriend's daughter has huge boobs, and I love when she's just riding around on the bike. So all of a sudden, Al goes,
what?
Al literally goes, huh? How? What do you mean? How old are you talking about? And he was like, she's like 14 or 15.
What?
Bro. Yeah, no bullshit.
In casual conversation.
Dude, Al literally...
And like, it's a small company, so you guys all know each other. Like, that's what I'm just picturing the situation. That's what I'm saying.
Kyle, Corey, and Al.
Yeah,
it was all like, yeah. And
oh my God.
Everybody stops what they're doing. They're like, what? And Al calls him out immediately. Al was like,
really?
Al fucking couldn't even, there wasn't even a pause. Yeah. And he was like, that's fucking weird, man. What the fuck are you talking about? Just like that.
Good.
And the dude was like, no, dude, I was just like, just saying, guy shit. And like everybody was like, nah, man, that's fucking really weird.
Really?
See you later. Got rid of him immediately.
Wow.
But yeah, that was like one of they were just a super weird reaction.
I find it weird that Al was, angry about it.
Oh yeah, what a jerk. Yeah.
I'm surprised by that. No, that is something. Al, to his credit, I will give Al his credit. Visionless Dave wants to fuck him, but I will give Al his credit. He doesn't put up with like creepy shit like that. He would be the first one to be like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why are you doing that? Or if like he started something weird in public, he would say something
definitely.
for sure. Yeah, but I'm done. I don't want to give Al any more credit, so I'm good with it.
Just your creepy story kind of reminded me of that creepy story that happened. I was like, oh yeah, we had that weirdo that showed up at the time.
I know. We got to get to this because this is a story that Beyond Average Podcast, I don't care what anybody says, we brought this to the mainstream media. I shouldn't say we, you.
I dug this out of the grave.
When you said this to me originally, this is how this went. You said, hey.
I said this on air and Mick was working on something and it didn't even go into his ears.
No, I was like, dude, okay. Pal.
He's over there just freaking going around working podcasts. I didn't even working on the next segment.
He says to me, he goes, yo, apparently U.S. diplomats in foreign countries are getting attacked with an invisible weapon that is basically shooting microwave waves at them. Like, I don't know what that is. Microwave frequencies at their brain. Basically frying their brain, right? Yeah. Putting your brain in a microwave.
Making them sick.
And so I said to you, I'm like, that sounds so tin hatty. I can't even get along with it. That's so Alex
quite literally
Jones.
The definition of you need to put a tin hat on because you're worried about them. Yes. Like literally the definition.
Tin hatty, right? And so, and then it came out some more information. I remember Tim Dillon was talking about it. 60 Minutes did a story on it this past Sunday. And I caught it at like, I don't even remember what time it was. It was probably, it was late, 2:00 in the morning almost. And dude, it ruined my night because I'm like, this is real. This is so real. This is the first time they've addressed it. And apparently like the government was like covering it up for a while because they were telling people like, no, we don't believe them. I'm going to play the sound of the 60 Minutes. They kind of talk about it. It's one of the guys, one of the U.S. diplomats who says that he was targeted and his family. It's not just these guys. So he was like a foreign diplomat. I think he was in China for a little while and then he was somewhere else. And then he came back home because he got sick and then they targeted him here. It's not like this is just happening on foreign soil. A woman at the White House got targeted. It's very serious. So this is what this guy says. It's wacky.
And we woke up around, I believe, 2 a.m. With strange vibrations in our bodies and a sound.
Which led Garfield to check on his children in another room.
I saw an extremely eerie scene where both were thrashing in their beds, asleep, but both kicking and moving pretty aggressively. And I went over to my daughter and I put my head down next to her head. And I heard a very distinct sound just right there, sort of like water rushing. So I picked her up, took her in, put her with my wife, and came back and I checked my son. Same sound, just right next to his head. So I picked him up, put him on my shoulder, walked over to my wife, and I said, we're getting out of here.
Garfield reported this to the FBI. Today, his family is posted abroad, where they continue to work to improve balance, eyesight, and memory.
So think of that last part. His family is stationed somewhere where they can't live in the U.S. because he was targeted here at home. He's a U.S. diplomat. They're calling this Havana Syndrome or whatever. He was basically targeted by some invisible microwave.
It's been going on since like the 70s, 80s.
Targeted by some invisible microwave weapon. And now this guy's kids can't walk right. They can't see straight. And the doctors, if you keep listening to 60 Minutes, the doctors who examine them talk, and they go, there's nothing wrong with their eyes. There's nothing wrong with their arms or their legs that aren't working. It's in their brain. Like the physical aspect of their shit, there's nothing wrong. It's something fried their brain. Yeah. Think how creepy that... When I first heard of Havana Syndrome, I said, that sounds, I can't even believe, it's real. This is so real. It's so creepy. It's so tin hatty, but it's actually real. This is on fucking CNN or whatever. Cable news, CBS, CNN, or 60 Minutes on Sunday. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, Christian was right. He was right.
It's insane, bro.
Yeah.
Can you imagine finding out somebody like fucking fried your kid's brain?
Yeah. The woman who's talking about it,
you can't do anything. Prove it.
There's a building called the Eisenhower Building that's on the White House grounds, and she's walking out of it going towards like the West Wing entrance of the White House. And she says that she basically felt like she had a stroke and like fell down onto the railing, felt like she had crazy vertigo, and it's happened a couple times to her. And she's like, little did I know that's what's happened. I was targeted. And she was like Mike Pence's like #1 security secretary or something. She was very high up in that sort of thing. And one other guy, this was crazy, reported it. The FBI said their explanation was it's a new species of cicada.
Okay, yeah.
Think of that.
Yeah.
Think of your brains fried, your kid's brains fried.
And then that's what they tell you.
Your wife can't sleep because there's a crazy noise. Your brain's basically scrambled, and they're saying, oh yeah, it's these new bugs that like come out every couple of years. They're affecting
really messing with you.
Think how fucked up that is. When I saw this story on 60 Minutes, I was baffled, man. I really was. Yeah.
Yeah, like what else can they do?
I don't know, but a lot of people, one of the other diplomats said that she knows people coming back from overseas and they're a shell of themselves. Like they're not who they were, personality, mentally wise. Like that's what's happening to them. And they've reported the sickness and stuff. So very sad stuff, very scary stuff. I mean,
it started in Cuba? Is that what it said?
Yeah, that's why it's Havana. The first time. Yeah, it started in Cuba. I forget who and what, but it's been going on, like you said, since like the 70s and the 80s. And then it really ramped up about 10 years ago until now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so crazy stuff, very crazy stuff. We're always good for a tin hat story.
Think of the silent wars that are happening like that, bro. Like with the technology that we have, like there are fucking crazy shit like that going on.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're right. What else? What else we got in here today? What else? Did you see? I mentioned this to you too. LA is asking residents to help host the homeless.
Brilliant idea.
Yeah, so instead of spending money or, doing the right thing of putting like a bill in place or some sort of plan in general for the homeless, they're asking people, say, hey, if you got room, if you got a bedroom, can you just help maybe throw someone in there for a couple months? We're just, we want to clean up the streets a little bit. Look how fucking crazy that is.
Well, I imagine anybody that works for the town of LA is automatically hosting somebody, right?
Yeah, of course. Oh, yeah.
All the mayors
yes. Gavin Newsom, he has a whole basement full of people. He's got bedrooms and everything. Yes, absolutely.
Adopting them, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so. Right. Yeah, that's amazing. What an amazing guy.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, very progressive.
I saw a great video of him because how he said that his excuse when he had the mask off, he was holding his breath.
Yeah.
And it was like a video for like 8 minutes of him with the mask off, and they're like, Gavin Newsom broke the record for like holding your breath.
What, it's like a play-by-play of him like getting ready, and here we go, it's coming to the final. And he breaks the world record. That's
great. Yeah. Oh boy.
Internet's undefeated.
It certainly is. Your boy Prince Andrew, do you see that one?
No.
Yeah, Prince Andrew. He settled.
I'm usually on top of this. What's on this?
Yeah, so the elites are back doing the creepy shit. If it wasn't creepy enough that it was speculation.
Oh, well, I saw that some guy died or killed himself.
Oh, yeah, the Epstein. Someone in the Epstein case got axed. He got murdered in his cell. Cameras were off. Who's surprised by that? Nobody.
Those damn cameras just
happens, man. Yeah, it does. Prince Andrew.
Nobody took them out. They were.
So this is the guy who had like a relationship with Ghislaine Maxwell. He had lunch with her multiple times. Some people say, who I watched...
he was fucking her too?
Yeah, I watched a documentary on it saying that a lot of people think that they had a sexual relationship and like they hung out a lot at weird times and like they were having like picnics and stuff. Like, they were very intimate, according to the security guards in the documentary. Prince Andrew settled a case against that woman who was in like the star or Virginia something. She was like the star of the show.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
She was suing a bunch of people in this case. Long story short, he settled it, and I don't know if he had to do like an admission of guilt, but he had to like pay a bunch of money. And
no way he had to do. That's probably part of paying the money.
Maybe not
admission. Not having to do an admission of guilt.
I don't know.
There's no way he has an admission of guilt and pays.
Well, he's definitely paying, and this is where it gets crazy. He's asking the Queen to basically bail him out, and so people are freaked out because they're like,
tax money.
Yeah,
tax money.
Like the tax money's bailing out the
Fucking
rapists.
awesome. Yeah.
Love it. Thank you.
Like, hey, we gotta go pay a bunch of money to those victims.
Yeah, but this is not that I was too surprised by that story, but me and you were talking like people kind of overlook this aspect that the people who run the world, not speculation, not tin hattie, nothing, had an island in the middle of the ocean where they recruited children and had sex with them. And then some people blackmailed them on top of that. That is not speculation. There's nothing funny. That is real. That is so creepy. Like, those are the people who run the world. And people are like, oh yeah, let's vote in this next election. You got to vote. You got to vote. What are you, fucking nuts?
Who did Epstein piss off?
I don't know.
Who did he piss off?
I have no idea.
There's somebody out there that started this, that axed him and got this whole ball rolling.
Maybe somebody couldn't pay, and like I have no idea what it was, but it's just crazy that
or like, who you should say, who did he have dirt on that needed him dead that much? Like, who's the kingpin of it all, of all this pedophilia?
I don't know.
Who's the kingpin pedo?
It sounds like it's him and Ghislaine. That's what it was. The honeypot operation.
No, they're the operator. They're the manager of the operation. They're not the one that's making everything happen, paying the bills, and having it all go down. I don't think so.
Dude, you saw what he did to fucking the guy who ran Victoria's Secret?
Yeah.
He blackmailed him.
Yeah, well, I think that was his whole play, is kind of being a player in the game. But like, who's the biggest player? Like, who's the biggest player he played?
Dude, who are Bill Clinton? You ever heard of him?
Yeah, I know, insane. But like it's insane that like what's insane is that you know that he had all the information to take him down and it never got out. It's insane that it never got out.
Why do you think that is?
I know. Isn't that insane though? That even like
no, because I guarantee you things got done that Jeffrey Epstein wanted to get done.
Like, don't you think he would have put it out while he was in prison somehow? Like, don't you think he had a plan for that ready? Like, how did he not have any of that ready to go?
Maybe
did he really not suspect to be taken down at any point? Like, he wasn't ready for it? Like, what was the point of all the blackmail if you weren't ready to get it all out?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's weird.
It is weird. I don't know.
You would think that'd be a fully loaded thing ready to go. Like, that's the whole point of all your blackmail, is that when the time comes, he releases all the names and everything. Nothing.
Yeah, but
all the names that were released were just like investigative, like shit that was put in with the DA. Like, we didn't hear shit about shit with like what they found in that house, other than we found 2,000 pictures.
Well, that's the thing.
What else? What about the fucking names? How about the names in that black book?
You're never gonna find that.
Yeah,
you're never gonna get that. You're really never gonna get that.
Just wild that shit's going on, and like they were like, hey, look at this Kyle Rittenhouse case the whole time, and it just worked. It worked so good, dude. It's so fucking good.
People took the bait, hook, line, and sinker.
Oh my god, just like a dream.
Yeah,
about racism.
Yeah,
all white kids,
right?
And they fucking sold it like a fucking dream.
That was weird.
Like they were pitching a movie to Hollywood, and it worked. Like a fucking and somehow it benefited him. I guess he's walking around like a fucking rock star. It's weird.
Yeah, it's so weird.
So weird.
That whole like media tour for that week.
Weird.
So weird.
Even you see him around now, it's just like, what is this? This is such a fucking weird concept.
You think he's a Fed?
Maybe. I'm sure now, at the least.
Yeah, someone's got him. Or like, he's working for like the NRA undercover or something. Yeah.
He's getting a paycheck. They're like, hey, we're going to pay you. You just got to fucking, when the time comes when you end up being a fucking governor of whatever, just remember that we got you here.
You think he's going to be
God, yeah. He's going to get into politics. Absolutely.
People
They're going to use him like some kind of Dan Crenshaw fucking token.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Definitely.
Did you see
like a right-wing hero?
I was surprised that there wasn't too much uproar about this one. The woman who shot I forget the gentleman's name, but Kim Porter, her name is, and she mistakenly grabbed the taser for the gun, or grabbed the gun thinking she was grabbing a taser. She got 2 years in jail.
That's it?
So like
this is like 40. Something wild.
No, that was the woman who had the sperm cake.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, Al actually updated me on that. That woman got 40 years. He was right about it.
Yeah.
That woman.
You thought she was gonna get no time. That's right.
Well, she was kind of blaming it on the husband for a little while, but no, she's done. She's done.
Fuck her.
But no, yeah, that woman got 2 years. I mean, I don't really have too much of a take on it, other than like I have a hard time just believing there was more of a panic. I'm not saying she meant to kill someone.
2 years, huh?
I just feel like she kind of just panicked in the situation. I don't know. I guess that's 2 years. I feel like maybe there should be more, but I don't know. The whole system's fucked. Like, what are you going to say? Like, how this deserves this, but this doesn't? I don't think she necessarily wanted to kill the person, but I definitely think she made a mistake and is trying to cover for it.
She did kill someone, though. You know what I mean? So, like,
I'm saying try to.
No, I know, but at the end, like, even if you weren't trying, like, at the end of the day, you killed somebody. Like, there's negligence at the bottom line.
Yeah, I was surprised.
And at that, you should still probably.
I was surprised it was 2 years. I guess
nothing.
Yeah,
that should be probably. That's a weird one. I don't know what you'd like. I don't think she deserves life in prison. I don't think maybe it was a malicious intent, but even if it was just negligence at the worst, it's still worthy of what? 10 years.
That's what I'm saying. What's the number?
I don't know. I don't know. It's a weird one. I imagine being a judge. You got to be the biggest asshole in the entire world. Hey, dude, you're going to be the biggest narcissist in the entire world. Hey, I'm going to decide the fate of a bunch of people because I know what's bad. Like what?
Sentencing.
Oh my God, what a nightmare.
Yeah, no thanks.
Even when it's easy, like, fuck that. No way am I like, or even a cop. I couldn't even be a cop nowadays. Like, imagine.
Yeah, you said this.
Imagine giving somebody a ticket for something.
Yeah,
something
this was
non-harmful.
Why do you say this though? Give it a little more context.
Well, I mean, I guess with what's going on in Canada, and you see that, like, I always said, like, I don't think there would ever be a time where, like, the United States government would be able to use its military against its people, because I always believed the people in the military would never go against their people themselves. You know what I mean? But, like, when you see what's going on with, like, police, whether it's anywhere, like, there's complete compliance from the orders up. Like, like if they tell you to do something, they do it. Like, and they
you're
just
saying, like,
there.
the average guy. How can the average guy basically screw over the average guy for not some crazy issue?
Yeah, when it's not a harm, like when nobody's causing somebody harm, I couldn't
speeding ticket,
whatever. Yeah, any of those. Like, I couldn't imagine, like, actually sitting there and being like I couldn't look myself in the mirror. Like, I know it sounds weird, but like you're think of what you're doing.
But they get paid now. Like the small level. Yeah, like the local. They get paid based off quota, right?
Yeah, but like that's just like the idea of like you're just collecting I'm just doing a job. Like, nah, man, you don't get that pass anymore. Like the pass of like I'm just doing a job, like give me a break, like no, that's gone. Like I like it's not that I'm trying to say that like I hate cops and I think all cops are bad at anything, but what I mean is like I couldn't do the job knowing that I'm doing some petty ass shit to people. Like I could never get like petty crimes. Like I could not like I'm gonna throw somebody in jail over a drug charge. Like this makes no sense. None of it makes sense. Half of it doesn't, and they just sit there and go, well, those are the jobs. It's like no. That's just weird.
So you're saying like you couldn't do it like morally?
Yeah, like what a terrible job.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna try to control people. You're gonna try to tell some grown ass man that he can't do drugs,
on the flip
or that
side,
he can't do whatever. Like I'm not saying that there aren't good cops that go and do good things that have to do things, obviously. But what I'm saying is like half the job is you just being like controlling. Like it's weird line to like tiptoe.
I would say it's you're following rules and you need other people to follow rules. Like that's
So but like I guess what my point is, the reason why I look at it now is that like I always believe that like no way like the people would just like turn on the people, but they would. Like you look at Canada right now and like instantaneously you see them just like mowing down people with horses, like disabled ladies on scooters or whatever it is, and it's just like the police will do whatever the orders are given.
Yeah.
And like I think the military would do the same. Like I'm sure there would be few people that would stand out and go, I can't do this. I'm not doing it. I won't do it. So like you see it's similar to like the brotherhood that they have in the sense like they like the George Floyd thing, like when they just sat there and like the other cops just sat there and watch it. Like none of them are going to get involved because of they'll be like that was probably they're a subordinate or whatever, and like they'd get in trouble for trying to intervene or whatever. So like there's just this ginormous chain of command which ends up leading with no responsibility directly at anybody.
Okay,
and like it's just like this everlasting like now it's up to that.
It's an easy scapegoat.
Yeah, every way of it. Like there's no responsibility to your job. It's just like this. It's weird. Like when there's no power check, and you're patrolling around giving people speeding tickets or whatever it is. Like when you're doing petty stuff like that, it's what are you doing? Yeah. What are you really doing? What are you doing with your time right now?
Right.
You're just bootlicking. Like there's no other way to put it. And it sounds like such a conspiracy way to say it, but like
no, because I think you're on the people. Like you would never want to defund the police or like get rid of the police force. Like you want the police force there. Like you just there's flaws. There's many flaws.
Like if you go to a small town,
you'll
see how police operate much differently, much more interactive with their people, much more like I mean like real small, like New Hampshire small town. Like you'll see that the police are like doing their job. Like they're not like harassing people over dumb. Like they're not dicks to the people. Like
depends on who you are.
They're members of the community generally, though. Like you know what I mean. Like cops nowadays, they're generally like not so much like they are members of the community, but like a lot of them are just like such assholes. Like there's no other way to put it. Like your job is to be an asshole, is to go around controlling people, and like
your job is kind of to be.
And it sucks because there's a lot of assholes out there that are just like disobedient fucking jerks. But like I don't know. There's I'm just saying, like, I could never do it. I think it's like a horrible fucking nightmare of a job. Like you're babysitting adults. What a nightmare. I'm good.
Yeah.
Like your job is crazy.
And there is the side of like, yeah, well, who are you going to call when you need help? And obviously I want to call the police, and those people who would help me, I'm very appreciative of. I'm not stupid. I'm not saying take money out of their pocket.
In what situation? Like to solve a murder? I guess.
No, whatever. No. Just say that you weren't home and three dudes ran in this house. Like I would call the police. Like,
I guess. And then they're going
to. I would. So I'm getting a phone call. Here we go. I don't know where we were going crazy for a minute. Here we go. This is the Beyond Average podcast. Who do we have the pleasure of speaking with?
This is Visionless Dave.
Oh,
David.
Oh, yeah. We've been expecting this phone call. Hello, David. How are you?
Good. How's the debut going?
It's going good, Dave. We talked a little KMS. Actually, I shouldn't say a little bit. We did opening 20 minutes on it. I actually heard your sound saying that we should do all KMS on the YouTube network. I disagree completely, adamantly, actually.
I don't know. We'll see how the balance works. I'll have to listen to this episode, and you can expect some notes in the Bap boardroom chat.
Okay, fair. That's fair.
Hey, Dave, I got a question. How did you end up in charge of this whole ordeal?
That's fair.
In charge of what?
I mean, it seems to be that you've got some pull in the KMS network here. Am I mistaken?
Oh no, definitely not. I mean, they'll put anybody on that isn't Menners. So Tully's, you just got to reach out to him. And I was influential in bringing Bap to the network. I'm really glad to see that come to fruition. I got to give most of the credit to Al, but I feel like I was banging the drum too. But
well, VD,
yeah,
I got to ask you this: we've been planning Al's bachelor party. We're going to Las Vegas. Probably looking like May. It sounds like you have to be there. Al has made a request that you kind of have to be there. It sounds like you might be in the wedding as well.
Would you actually come? Would you actually come on his bachelor party trip?
I'm there.
Oh, let's go.
We're really planning a trip to Vegas. I mean,
he's out there, right? VD, you're close to Vegas.
Oh, where are you?
I'm in Los Angeles, right down the road.
Oh, VD's coming. Yeah, VD's coming, baby. Yeah, he's doing the Bap bachelor party. He absolutely is.
He's joining the Bap party.
He's coming, baby. He's coming.
Oh, yeah.
The bachelor party.
Good time. That's all I'll say.
That's it. All right, fair enough. Any critiques on Bap or anything about KMS before we let you go?
No, I'm excited to listen to this show. I definitely will have my critiques. What did you guys think about today's show? Because I heard some people were saying it's like the best show they've ever heard. I mean, I want to know what your guys' read was on it. It was a decent show to me, but Kirk seemed a little grouchy, but didn't stick out to me as an iconic, legendary show.
Kirk was grouchy.
I didn't think so. No, to be honest with you, I was going to say, I thought he was more kind of in it was grouchy, but it was more like a goofy mood, like especially early on.
Yeah, I liked it. He finally had some fucking, some vinegar in him.
He started just making shit up like off the top of his head, like he was going with storylines that like nobody else in the room had any clue about. Like I kind of like that. Yeah. He puts the other guys on the spot. Yeah. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say it was the best show I ever heard, but it was a good show for sure. Definitely a good show. Anything's better than the Clemmer.
It's got to be a freak out for a best show ever.
What did you think about my recommendation for adding Al as a permanent third chair?
Yeah, well, who asked you? First of all, I don't know if anybody asked you, but that being said, Al doesn't want to do it. Al has no interest in doing it, man. I mean, what do you like? We've been asking this for 2 years. This isn't new. We would love to have Al come in, even if it's not every time.
We told you every 2 weeks. Insecurities.
Yeah, he's insecure.
All right. Well, I'm gonna get on his ass.
Yeah.
And you're right. It doesn't need to be every show, but I feel like
rotating chair
popping in.
All right, that's fair. We can do that.
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk to you soon. VD, love VD.
Yeah.
You think he's actually gonna come to the bachelor party? Oh,
it'd be hysterical.
The Bap Line is ringing, folks. Hello, this is the Beyond Average podcast. Who do you have the pleasure of speaking with?
When do I get to have the private line that I get to call in directly?
No, wait. When was the last time you were on the show, Sam Zink? First of all,
he called it recently.
First off, I don't get invited to the show.
Well, there's a reason why.
I forgot cast member at this point. So.
What's up, dude? How you doing?
Good. We're good, man. I figured I'd drop in and say hello on the first night of the network.
Yep.
So congratulations. How's it going?
It's going good, man. We did some KMS early on that you're going to hear when you listen, and then we got into our normal bullshit.
I don't listen to your show, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking
about. Okay. You've listened to every word I've ever said on a microphone.
I listen to my parts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and Dave both.
But here's the thing. Visionless Dave is now in addition to the bachelor party in Vegas. He's coming.
Yes, I am all in.
Okay.
I'm all in. I want to see what this fucking troll looks like. So let's go.
Yeah, VD's going to be there, and it's going to be a great time. You got anything else for us, though?
I feel like VD's probably a party animal.
No, I literally have nothing to say to you guys. I'm fucking going to play basketball, and I just wanted to check in, and I'm all in for having VD. VD fucking 2022, baby.
All right, we got a new number calling. Hang on. Oh, wait, why did it just go away? Dude, what the hell? Every time I do that, I got to learn this thing.
You just axe the caller?
Well, no, Zink, what did Zink have there?
No, I mean, I thought a new caller.
I think I did. Yeah, I think I axed a new caller. Yeah. No, but I saved the people from Zink. No, he's calling. Someone's calling back. Here you go. I knew it. There you go. The Bap line's ringing. Hello, this is the Beyond Average podcast. Who do we have the pleasure of speaking with?
Mick, it's Joe from Dorchester.
Oh, Joe, a frequent caller, Joe from Dorchester. How you doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm doing fine once I turn down the volume. That hold music is ridiculous.
What? Everybody's bitching about it.
Everybody does bitch about the whole music.
Give me a break. What do you want, Joe?
I'm not surprised.
What would you want before you get into your call? What do you want
What do you mean? What do I want?
for hold music?
Oh, I don't know. Just something better than that.
Okay, fine. What's
No
up?
genre?
What do you want? What's up?
Got a hypothetical question for you two.
Please.
Okay. So say if you opt in, you're going to sleep tonight, and you're going to wake up tomorrow morning covered in all of Post Malone's tattoos, but there's a 50% chance that you wake up with all of his money.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Would I do it?
So no matter what, you're waking up with all the tats, but 50% chance, and that's like 50 mil.
His tats are pretty bad.
Wow. And especially if you take out the rock star aspect of yourself.
Well,
Like, he looks like shit.
He
Yeah,
is
no,
a rock
you
star.
have, you
star,
have
though.
none of his talent.
Yeah, so there's no
that's what I
talent at
mean.
all.
Yeah,
You just have the money.
Oof.
No, like you're still just,
You're an
normal
island boy.
Mick.
It's a
You
great-
just have
yeah.
these
You're an
tattoos
island
on
boy.
your face.
That's a great question. I think, to be honest with you, I have to say yes, because I wouldn't want to wake up where somebody else gets the whatever, it's $100 million probably at least that kid's worth. So like I couldn't sleep with I would be okay having a shitty body appearance, tattoos all over me with $100 million, but I wouldn't be okay with turning it down and somebody else doing it.
All right,
So
but
I'd have to say yes.
how about this? We both go to bed, and one of us gets in, the other doesn't, and you can't share it after.
You can't share it, or like can you still like can I live with
What
you
if
and stuff?
either-
Like can I live your lifestyle? Can I be like an entourage member?
No, you're basically out afterwards.
No, then I'm not doing that. Because that would be the worst situation. I am covered in tattoos and my friends have a lot of money and they don't want to be my friend.
Yeah.
That would be terrible. That would be awful. Joe, what are you picking?
No, I can't do that.
What, you're not doing it? You wouldn't do it?
I mean, how much are we talking? Is he over 20?
$50 million
30?
would be crazy, but imagine losing that deal.
I know.
That's a lot of tattoos and
That is.
not a lot of talent to go
I
with
couldn't
it.
go to work anymore, that's for sure.
Certainly
no.
not. No, certainly
Yeah,
not.
what do you do if you're talentless with all that? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what does a normal guy like me do with all? Yeah.
I can tell you. I can actually tell you. You come work in the trades.
Yeah.
We got plenty of room for you. We got plenty of room for you.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh. All right, Joe, you got anything else for us?
You guys get some good calls?
Yeah, we got a couple coming in here. We've been talking about some stuff. Did you see the Havana Syndrome story? Did you see that?
Yeah, so I have been. So what do they think went on? There was some like weird, radioactive attack that's like fucking up all these people's brains.
Yeah, basically a guy saw a bunch of vans outside of his house and they all were pointing like microwave weapons at his like apartment, and he was like a U.S. diplomat. It's happened all over the place. It's happened at the White House.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people.
Nah, it's not good. Not good.
No.
It's weird. They look like
shit's
machine
going
guns,
on.
but like the middle of them are like microwaves, like Sony, Panasonic.
What country
Wild.
was this in?
This is in the United States shows at the White House.
I thought this was like foreign embassy officials were
No,
coming
it's
back.
in the U.S. now.
No, they're targeting the people who come back.
Oh, am I talking about old stories?
Yeah, you gotta get your tin hat on.
Oh.
Get your tin hat back on. We'll talk to you soon. Love that kid. Joe from Dorchester, frequent caller of the program. We haven't heard from Tim from Canton tonight. Tim McCann,
I'll be disappointed. Yeah. He's a legendary caller. He threatened to finger me last episode, so
that was something. Before we go, we got to do actually two things. I'm not even gonna get into that story. So we'll just do our Bap confessions. We're doing our confessions. Remember we talked about this? Do you have a confession?
You go first.
Come on.
You go first.
You don't have one.
You go first.
All right, I'll tell one that's actually for real. And this is I've never really said this out loud. And like it's definitely true. I just didn't talk about it. When I was a kid, I used to wet the bed all and I don't mean like a 5-year, I mean like a 10, 11-year-old all the time, all the time, to the point where like I used to have to like plan my sleepovers. Like I'd have to wake up in the middle of the night and pee or something. Like I set an alarm. Like I used to full blown like wet the bed. The funny part is after, I don't remember the last time it happened, whenever I last did it, I've never done it since. Drunk, passed out, whatever. I've never wet. I know my friends have done it like drunk and shit.
Yeah,
I've never done it.
I've never peed myself drunk.
Never.
Yeah,
no,
me either.
Never. I've never peed myself in general after that point when I was like I think I was probably 10 years old.
When was the last time you shit yourself?
Oh, that happens all the time.
No, like actually shit your pants.
Yeah, that happens all the time.
I'm serious.
I'm dead serious.
All right, well, here, we'll switch to my confession. I remember the last time I shit my pants. It was hysterical.
Do you mean like sharded?
Well, this was more than a shart.
Okay, I meant like sharded.
Well, normally I'd say shart too, and that happens, you got at least once a year.
Yeah, like a log.
No, it was a mess. More of a mess than it was anything.
God, that's not good.
Dude, I'm
How old?
This is like 2 years ago.
All right. Hold on. Hello, this is the Beyond Average podcast. Who do we have the pleasure of speaking with? Oh, I know who this. No, you know who that is. It's HB. Al, turn the music off. Turn it off. Oh, it sounds like shit. Turn it off. All right, what's up? What's going on? What's happening?
The HBK.
Hey, before you even talk about your call, Al, we just were discussing confessions.
Oh yeah.
You got a confession for us? Anything at all?
No.
Okay, what do you want? What do you want? What's up? What do you got?
I have breaking news.
Oh, okay.
Ron Beatty is officially getting back to local politics.
No wait, really?
Fucking way.
Yep, 100% threw his hat in the ring for county commissioner.
Again, he's throwing again.
Wow.
Yep.
It was an intense race last time.
We took him down.
Man, will you fucking please run already so you can just beat this guy and then resign at the end?
Al, I'm being dead serious. We took him down the last time. There's people reaching out being like, I didn't know about that. Like, I'm not voting for it. Like, took down.
Remember he blocked you and shit?
I didn't even follow him on anything. And I tried to find him and he blocked me. I was like, what the fuck? Dude, this guy, we are so in this guy's head. He's a local politician here on the Cape and we ran him out of town basically. He's back? Al, how did you know this? This is crazy.
Dude, it was in the paper.
Wow.
He put an ad in the paper. He must have. There's no way they did.
Beatty's
back. He put an ad in the paper announcing his running.
That's incredible.
I'll do it. I'll do it. Fuck it.
The best part is this is a job that nobody runs for.
No one.
It's usually just like a signing. Somebody gets it. It's like $1,000.
Look up the fucking
$1,200. $1,200 a year.
20 grand.
No, it's like $1,200.
No,
it's nothing.
It's not a real job. It's not like a real thing. It's just like it's like being a basketball coach. They're like, yeah, if you come do this enough, like we'll give you like $3 grand.
Oh God.
Al, like he spends more money in signs than he must in his salary.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like he has signs all over. It's unbelievable. More than any
What does
president.
he call himself, dude? The Donald Trump of Cape Cod.
That's it. That's a
He's
direct
the Donald
quote.
Trump of Cape Cod. He's
That's
not like
his campaign slogan.
He's not a mayor. He's nothing. He's like the.
What a fucking dweeb.
Hey,
he's electric. First off,
we got one more on the bachelor party, Al.
What you got?
Well, we added another person.
Should we ask him, or are we just doing it?
No, we're doing it.
Tell me it's VD.
It is. It is VD.
He's coming on the bachelor party?
I think he actually is.
He claims he will, but we'll see how serious he is. But we are trying to get VD to join.
We're dropping him that Addy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He says he's in Los Angeles, so he's not far.
No. All right. We'll talk to you soon, Al.
All right. Later, boys.
Later, bro. It'll be pretty electric if VD shows up.
I'll be excited.
Yeah.
I will. I'll be very excited.
Yeah, that'd be good.
All right. We got anything else today? I don't really have too much on this agenda anymore. We did our confessions.
We're talking about me shitting my pants.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, you didn't shit your pants. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you said it. I'm sorry.
No. I think you asked me how old I was. And I was like, this was literally like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I was in Webb walking, right? They have like, for lack of better terms, picture a shopping cart, but instead of like there being a spot where you can put stuff in, it's just like a flat table. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's like a flat table cart. Loaded my stuff onto there at the end of the day for my next job in the morning. As I'm loading stuff up, I already put stuff on the counter, said hi to like stuff that I was getting, and I went to go get more stuff. As I went to go get more stuff, listen, I'm a big fan of noisy farts.
Oh no,
you got to let them rip. You got to let everybody know. Take pride in them.
I can't do that.
Oh, I'm notorious.
Yeah, it's too risky for me.
Notorious. So, well, let me tell you, this was one of those times, right? Yeah. So there's people around. When I mean people I don't know. I think it's hysterical to let loud farts go in front of people you don't know. It's just hilarious.
Sure.
So there are other customers, homeowners, of people that are in Webb, and like I'm going by, and dude, I am like perfect opportunity. As I walk by, I go to let one rip, try to add a little pressure to it. No, dude. Full blown.
No.
I mean, not full blown.
No.
It wasn't like a oh my god.
Shorts or pants?
This is during a free ball stage, so I'm wearing my pants, right? Thank God I'm wearing pants.
Oh my god.
Because if it was shorts and I was in my free ball stage, Mick, I swear to God, I would have put shit all over the Webb's floor.
What'd you do?
So I feel it, and I'm like, oh my god. So I kid you not, I go into my my truck.
Yeah.
Or like I'm saying, I had already put stuff on the counter to kind of get ready to go.
Sure.
In purchase. So I literally just get up there. I have stuff on my cart. I leave my cart where it is, and I just go walk out like I was going to look for something in my truck. Mm-hmm. I hop in my truck, and I went to the bathroom first, wiped my ass, tried to clean myself up.
This is riveting.
Yeah, great stuff.
This is great.
And then I leave, and I get into my truck, and I immediately take my pants off and drive home pantless.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Free balled.
That's probably the best way to do it. Yeah. No, that's I didn't even think of that.
Yeah. Just free balled it. And then when I got to the thing, I had like a sweatshirt and I just kind of like covered myself up as I walked into the house.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Sometimes you just got
Sometimes you just got to let it go.
It's risky. It's a risky game when you
I don't play
the fart game.
I don't play that chance. I'm good on that roulette wheel. Like
it's kind of a staple in the trade.
No, I don't mind letting them allow. I just meant for myself. Like it could be
flirt with the disaster.
It could go bad quick with me.
It did.
The Crohn's disease, man. You know how it is.
That was the last time I shit myself, though.
Yeah,
that was like 2 years ago.
Right.
At least a shard a year, though.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's why
of a shard.
That's why my reaction wasn't surprised. I'm like, dude, everybody shards. That's not.
No.
Cool.
That was like more than a shard. That was like a full on
shit your pants. Like you shit your pants.
I had to clench my butt to stop what was coming out. I was like, oh my god, like I literally shocked myself.
You shit your pants.
Yeah.
Right,
like it wasn't like a fart. It was like, oh, that was wet. It was like I immediately like my eyes lit up and I was like, oh my god, I just let out a fucking square to poop.
Oh god, that's great. All right, well.
Good imagery.
First episode on the Kirk Minahan YouTube network down. Again, thank you very much to Mr. Kirk Minahan, Dave Cullinane, everybody's kind of putting this whole thing together, and I guess all the other contributors to the network, all that crap.
Yeah,
we love the Minifans. We're back in bed with the Minifans, wiping the slate clean.
Got VD coming to Vegas.
That VD's coming. Hopefully, Menners apologizes again. He talentless fuck, I believe, is what he called me. So I'm waiting for it. I'm sorry, but we'll see if we get that. All right, we'll talk to everybody soon. Have a good one.
Later.